Good afternoon, everybody. This is Kyle from Whiskey Words and Wisecracks. Now, over a year now, we've seen the videos. Someone on Reddit posted, you only need these 5 whiskeys. So, better late than never. I figured at Whiskey Words and Wisecracks, we had some discussions and we would jump on the bandwagon with this. So, after much deliberation and testing, which is the ultimate sacrifice, we've come up with these 5 whiskeys. Now, the first one, they're in 5 categories. I made sure I wrote them down because I'm not that bright. So, it's an everyday sipper. For our everyday sipper here at Whiskey Words and Wisecracks, we're going Evan Williams Single Barrel. Now this rascal comes in about $23. You do not want to break the bank with your everyday sipper. You want something that's very affordable. In our case, you don't want anything that's too high in proof because you got to go to work the next day. So this little guy clocks in at about 86.6 proof. It's a very vanilla-driven bourbon to me with a nice bit of oak to it, and it's just a delicious everyday sipper that I really find is very underrated in most whiskey circles or most people that I talk to. So we're going to have this as our everyday sipper. Now the next category is a mixer. And I've done a video about this one before. This absolutely changed the mixing game in my house. And that is Old Forester Rye. Now you get some brown sugar, some banana flavor in this one. It just holds up fantastic in drinks. Old-fashioned, just a simple bourbon and ginger ale. It absolutely is fantastic, and it really, for me, made it hard to go back to putting bourbon in drinks because it's $22 a bottle. It's absolutely just fantastic stuff. Old Forester Rye, a fantastic mixer. Now, honorable mention on these, I forgot to get into that. An honorable mention for me, a couple of them on an everyday sipper, would be Wild Turkey 101 and Early Times Bottled and Bond are also excellent choices for everyday sipper. On the mixer, my honorable mentions were Larceny, Wild Turkey 101, and Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. Those are excellent choices for mixer as well, and I'm sure you have others on your list, and it's just kind of our personal preferences. Throw it on a list and see if the world of YouTube likes it. So, Friday night pour. Now, that's the pour. You work hard all week. In my case, I want something a little higher proof. Maybe take that edge off. It's been a tough work week. What I have for that is Wild Turkey Rare Breed is my choice for that. This little beauty clocks in at 116.8 proof, and to me it has that those classic Wild Turkey flavors. And we're not here to review it now, we're just here to put it on the list, but picture Wild Turkey 101 on steroids. This is just absolutely fantastic stuff. I got this bottle using some Kroger points for $38. I saw it's usually around $45, something like that. Cannot beat it as far as foolproof whiskeys go. I did my whiskey of the year for last year. I did a video and I came out to be a Maker's 46 cask strength. And I shot the video and I was working on just kind of watching the playback on it. And I said, let's have a little sip of something. So I just poured myself a little dram of Rare Breed, and I swear to you it was better than the 46 cask strength. I mean, it was just like if I'd have had that whiskey from last year, it must have been my whiskey of the year because I liked it better than the Maker's 46 cask strength. And that was just a casual, let's pour something while I edit the video and watch it back. So, next category, we want to impress our guests. You have those guests come over, maybe you want to impress them, maybe you want to kind of look like a bourbon aficionado around them. You just want to give them something good to drink. So, impress your guests. I actually divided this up into 2 whiskeys. You have your lower proof friends, your friends that really don't drink bourbon very much at all, don't like brown liquor, whatever the case may be. For them, you finally talk them into trying something. I have IW Harper 15 year. First of all, very cool bottle. Looks like it belongs on top of a rich person's, I don't know, at a golf course or something. I don't know. It's a very fancy bottle. So the whiskey inside is very classic. A lot of oak with the 15 years, a lot of oak influence. Very easy drinking with the cherries, the vanilla, a little butterscotch on there, and it's a good whiskey to impress your guests. I mean, I had a guest that I went home and bought a bottle of this after he had it, so that's how much it impressed him. So we give a ding for that too, for getting him into buying a bottle of that. So next, we have our guests that maybe have a little more bourbon drinking. They do a little more bourbon drinking. Maybe they came down to visit me from out of state or something like that, and haven't got their hands on a bottle of this one yet. And the bottle I have right here, Bardstown Bourbon Company. This is the Discovery Series, number 4. I also have the number 3. They are absolutely, if you want to give somebody a bottle and give them a classic example of what really good bourbon whiskey tastes like, this is one to give them. They say, this is the good stuff. This is what the good stuff tastes like right here. You can be confident that you're giving them a fantastic pour. Just explodes with sweetness, and I'm going to get into a review on this in a future episode. The mouthfeel on it is just fantastic. And if you want to get someone into the bourbon game, or you want to impress a friend, this is a fantastic way to do it. So impress your guests, your more experienced bourbon drinkers. You got Bardstown Bourbon Company. Discovery Series number 4 clocks in at 115 proof. It breaks down what it's made of. It's blended with 3 different whiskeys. And again, we'll have a future episode. We're going to review this. We're going to run it head-to-head against the Discovery Series number 3 and see where we like them both. Lastly, certainly not least, your special occasion whiskey. Now, special occasion whiskey for me, it could be my birthday, it could be a real special guest comes around, it could be anything you're celebrating, really. So my special occasion whiskey I was lucky enough at our Kroger here in Bardstown to get my name drawn for a bottle of Old Rip Van Winkle. This is a 10-year-old from the Buffalo Trace. It clocks in at 107 proof. And this one to me is vanilla. It's got a certain kind of like a creme brulee kind of vibe to it, like a vanilla butterscotch kind of the oak and vanilla form this kind of creme brulee flavor. Just an excellent, excellent pour, and something I definitely am not afraid to break out on special occasions. Now, if you're lucky enough to find one of these at retail or anything else, this is not technically a Pappy Van Winkle, but it's kind of along that line of whiskeys. If you're lucky enough to get any of these, all the way up to the 23-year-old at retail, please grab them up, because they're on a hype train, but they are very good whiskeys. So at least the example I've had of this one. So again, these are 5 whiskeys. If you could only have 5 whiskeys, these are the ones I would recommend. Some other honorable mentions for the Friday night pour would be Bardstown Fusion Series number 3, which is the only one that I have. Old Forester 1920 is an excellent Friday night pour for impress your guests. Heaven Hill Green Label is a lot of fun just because of the price point of it. Give somebody a $12 bourbon and have it be that good. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof is definitely an impress your guests if they have more bourbon experience. That's always a good one. Maybe you have one that you haven't had or don't own. And this one would also be an honorable mention for a special occasion whiskey. This and the Discovery Series 3 and 4. So there's kind of my honorable mentions in there. I hope you enjoyed the video. We hope you are subscribing already to Whiskey Words and Wisecracks. If you haven't, please like, comment, and subscribe. We want to get more stuff out to you, and it helps kind of inspire us when we get some likes, we get some follows, and appreciate your time. Thanks for watching the video.